What's going on, everybody? Live Friday night build. Currently, for tonight, I believe we will be solo. We are building the DR10 drag kit. From what I'm told, this is actually a pretty quick build. I have my other drag car is the associated DB10 that I converted. This is everything you need in the box. Doesn't include tires or a body, but I picked up both of those things. I actually picked up the new Cuda body at RC Country on my way home, and then I've got a new set of Hoosiers and Pomona wheels. This does come with wheels, but we're just gonna throw on the Proline stuff. So thanks everybody for joining. Thanks Pleco Nation for starting it off with a donation. I appreciate it. This kit wasn't as expensive tonight, so that at least that helps a little bit as well, right? These things are 200 bucks for a kit like this, and it seems like a pretty good deal to me. I think they kind of nailed it with the price point. Tiny little box this thing comes in. Not much to the box. There you go. There's the sides. We don't usually go over that very closely. Let's see what else we have here. Jasper, Michigan. People checking in. Oregon. I guess I forgot to ask for people to check in, see where you're coming from. Ben's here, so we know Arizona. Phoenix, I saw. Another drag car Josh won't drive. Partially, possibly true. I have driven my other one, just not at a competitive speed. RC Patina, you're in San Jose. You're not even that far from me. I did not realize that. You get a big sheet of associated stickers and some marketing stuff. We don't need that. What is this stuff? Some body mounting, some tools, wheel nuts. All the rest of the stuff in one big bag. Have you raced? I have raced in a drag race with my other one. Thank you. At RC Country. But like I said, stock system. But on 3S, it was, it got going at least. Oh, and I graced John's car at. It's basically the exact same thing. Okay, so there's the associated wheels, which we're not using, but at least it comes with wheels. So you have to buy your own tires, but you don't have to buy wheels. We're not going to use these though. Back in the box. I suppose we need to find bag 1 since these are numbered, not lettered. 7, 5, getting closer. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Get out and race. Thanks, Ben. $10. JT Speed Shop, Milpitas. That isn't very far from me either. Muskegon, Michigan. I'm sorry, I'm like, alone tonight? Yes, alone tonight. You are correct. Did you see what I messaged you on Facebook? I did not. I am not up to date on my Facebook messages currently. Nola, Nolans, however they say it. Hi, Josh. Oh, hi, Mom. UK, 2 a.m. Saturday morning. Is there a difference between the car you and Matt modified and the DR10? Basically, no. Basically, the car that Matt and I modified, we modified it with different arms and things like that. And basically associated, they gave us the parts list. They're like, here's what you need to convert it. And then they put all that stuff into one kit, and now that's what you can buy. So they made it much easier than all of the stuff that we went through. All right, this is a weird. Wait for the manual to start. Flip page. Very odd. Okay. doesn't see we need that yet. Wisconsin, Australia, figured out tonight. SCX102 Castle brushless, 20 backflips from a standing start. It's always fun when you get your first brushless set. You're like, oh, ice. Like you're running a 2850 on 3S. I run a 3100 on 4S in my Pro. And it's a lot of fun. But you get that set up like you have it in an SCX102, a lot of fun. Nice, lightweight. Especially if it's close to stock, you'll have a blast with that truck. North Carolina, in my opinion, the Haas is overpriced from Michigan. I kind of feel like the Haas is a little overpriced as well. I feel like that one was a bit of a, it's so close in price to the Max, and I just don't understand why you would not just buy the Max instead. So, looks like we're working on the steering first on this thing. Putting in those tiny little bearings. Oh, wait. I'm going to try and do my best to use drivers tonight so we can. I'm told that this build is supposed to go pretty quickly. Which is good because I do have a lot of prep to do on Monthly Mayhem for tomorrow because I need to go test. Which I've been getting my new CNC router tuned in and cutting well. And I'd like to cut some more things as well. Dang it, I forgot the crush rack tube, whatever that means, on the bottom bearing. So all right, let's pull out these bearings if we can. They're in there pretty solid. Good start. I think we're on a roll here. There we go. I don't know why it says it needs that. But either way, I missed it. It's this little spacer, looks like. Where did you get the drill and drill bits? So this, I mean, I got it at Home Depot when I got it, or Lowe's, one or the other. I can't remember. Wherever sells, whichever one of Lowe's or Home Depot sells DeWalt. Or maybe they both do. I don't know. But it's the 8-volt gyro max. And then I'm using the Traxxas, tips, and they're pretty phenomenal. So I like them quite a bit. Highly recommend. So we've got this, the thin side goes to the rack. Can you put those bearings in, but better? Let's see if I can put that screw in, but better. One thing is that these bits are a little bit, I wish I had these same bits, but just half the length. Like I wish I had both, this length and half the length, because sometimes a stubby version is nice to have. I'll do my best to keep up with comments like normal, but if I miss it, it's not because I'm ignoring. Looking forward to, oh, my one thing I did check, I did finally get an update on my motorcycle shipping today. Or when did it? Did I do that right or did I do that wrong? Okay, I did it right. It's like, God. My motorcycle shipped today. I don't know how long the don't know how long the actual shipping time will be, but at least it has left China, or has, I don't even know that. It's left the shipper at least. So I got a notification today that it's been disinfected and en route to its next location. So now we have this piece. You need a co-host. Yeah, weird, right? I use a snap-on drill driver. See, I've used the, full-on drill drivers before, but this thing is a kind of a whole different animal. And there's a number of reasons why I would suggest this over like a normal drill driver. The torque is much more in line with what you need for RC. The clutch is great. The gyro is actually very nice to use. You get used to it in no time and it's very effective. So I highly suggest this thing. The size is much better than a full drill driver. Yeah. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Then we go right onto the front end. Goes together quick. The motorcycle will take 2 months to arrive. That is no joke. And I halfway expect that to be true. It said the shipping time was supposed to be like 25 to 40 days, which I assumed that meant the whole process, but it might actually just mean like, oh no, once it actually ships, then you can expect 25 to 40 days. Because it has to have been getting close to 40 days since we ordered that thing initially. M3 by 10. These are definitely not. Why is there an orange blob in the top left corner? Oh, that's just an overlay. I did get my, how do you disinfect things in the sealed plastic? I think it means the whole box itself has just been disinfected. I don't think it means that they've done anything to the pack. And I don't know that I necessarily believe that they've done anything to it in the first place. I think they just put that there for. Did I mention the clutch in this thing is great? Because it is. Was thinking about getting the laser nut. Is it worth it? I think that it's worth it for the money. It's a hell of a car. I think the looks are great. The looks are great. It's fun to drive. 4S capable out of the box. It's a lot of fun. If that's the type of car you're looking for, then I think it's a good way to go. Bag 2, step 1. I think the laser nut's just kind of like the right basher truck for me, just because it's still scale enough that I like it. I like the looks of it. It's not just like a basher you grab just because of what it does. I like the way that it looks and what it should do. So if that's not necessarily the case for you. Like if you don't like the styling, then I don't know that it's the best basher to get. I just know that I like the styling. So that was why I was interested in it. But if you don't like the styling, then I would probably just, there's a number of cars that you might want to get instead. Does this thing come with Loctite? There's a question. No fluids there. There is shock or diff fluid. It's like shock oil. I'm guessing this is a no-go on. There's diff fluid. Okay. Nope. No Loctite. Wish the laser nut at least had a locked center diff. I mean, it's not meant to be a crawler. You could easily lock it if you wanted, but I just don't think it will not crawl. It is not meant to be a crawler. It is a basher. So no, it will not crawl decently. It will not crawl at all. It will one wheel wonder on you. You know, you got to carry some momentum through stuff and just go. It like wouldn't come out at all, and then all of a sudden, all at once. Let's see. Where's my shop towels? That's what she said. Thanks. Snarled Sumo gave me $10. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the stream. I haven't seen your name around all that much. Appreciate it. I broke down and bought that DeWalt driver this week per Josh's recommendation. DeWalt should give you commission on how many of these you're selling because of this channel. Yeah, that would be nice, but I'm telling you, if they're worth it, I don't feel bad recommending these to anybody. They are definitely something that I'm glad I have purchased. Nope, I put that in the wrong spot. It does not go there. I should have known that. I like Associated's products, but man, their manuals are never the best. And is that one? It does not seem like enough bite on that. There it goes. Just didn't want to start pulling into that pocket until then. Going to pick up a DeWalt tomorrow. Nice. Get the one with the two. Most of them come with 2 batteries, and it's worth it to get the 2 battery set with the charger base. So, and the battery lasts. This battery will last through a full kit. Usually, I mean sometimes 2 kits. So depends on what I'm working on during the week or whatever. But they last quite a while. Am I working on left or right? False stud. Same axles. Guess they're basically the same, so it's gonna be fine. Whatever. Associated manuals read like stereo instructions. Yeah, they're just the view choices are kind of poor. It doesn't give you like a clear image of a lot of things. It was the same with the element manuals. Like the element manual looks cool, but beyond that, it's not one of the better manuals. The Red Cat manual was actually pretty good. Come on. A little bit of shrink on this plastic. There we go. A little tight. Still rotates freely enough. You should set up an Amazon storefront. Yeah, there's those. For stuff like the DeWalt, that would be worth it. I do have like an Amazon link where I have like the affiliate stuff, but you're right. I should do that for some of this other stuff. You're going to be all highfalutin. Nope. This is the left side. Damn it. See, just wasn't shown very well the differences. I bet you've sold over 100 of those DeWalts. That's possible. I'm telling you. And I think more of them get sold once people get them, and then they're like, oh, and then they tell somebody. Just because it's kind of the perfect RC size. It's not, it's just, it's light enough, it's small enough. God, their plastic shrink on this is kind of out of spec. There we go. What is that surface on your bench? It is a, it's common RC pit mat stuff. It's just kind of like a foam, but it helps not make so much noise during some videos. I'm actually I'm going to change it out before too long here. I'm going to change to a wood top, like a natural wood. That should be the 8 mil. Okay. I used an 8 there too, where needed a 6. Let's see. Most of my tools are Milwaukee. Yeah, I mean, it's not like this uses the same battery as any of, like I have a DeWalt impact and drill, but it's not like it uses the same thing. So, and nobody else has one that's this. Honest, most of my regular cordless stuff is Ryobi, like the 18 volt. For mine, almost all my tools are RC, so it's just, the Ryobi stuff usually works just fine. But this, it's like its own little thing. John's saying it's not that hard. I'm not saying it's that hard. I'm saying your plastic shrink rate is off. Don't be making excuses. Fix it, John. Uh-oh. Whoops, we've got a bad spindle here. It's got a 4 millimeter thread in the back. Yeah, M3x5. Here's our M3x5 and it just falls in it. Womp womp. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, we're not gonna. That sucks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's M4. This M4, M3. I think these are M4. Yeah, the spindle got threaded to M4 somehow. So now you have two drag cars with no motors and no speed controls. You're right. Well, actually, John, I have one drag car with no motor or speed control and one tricycle because I can't put the other wheel on the front. So we're going to be wheelless for now. I'm going to have to get a replacement part for that. It happens. That's odd. Yeah, I would think so as well. I can't imagine that you have these done in M4 very often. You sure it's not a typo? Yeah, because I already put this side on with an M3 screw and it fits fine, which is what the manual shows, and it should fit with this very tiny little M3 screw here. So put little skins on the skis on the front. Yeah. Schultz, I will text you a picture of this. Yeah. Bizarre. It happens. It'll get fixed. Don't worry. I've had the other car for 9 months and it still needs a better motor speed control. Wait, what'd Scott say? What is that I tested the screw in? This is the front spindle. So it's what the front wheel will go onto. And then your wheel nut will bolt on, hold the wheel on. So that's what it is. Just put M4 screws and be done. I actually don't have just an M4 screw that will fit because it needs to clear the back side of the carrier, and it gets pretty close with an M3. So I would need a real thin-headed M4, and I don't have that. There might be one that would work, but not that I'm going to have. I guess I don't need to keep worrying about keeping the bearings in there because they're going to fall out. Let those out. Did you engrave your wallet? I did not engrave my wallet yet. We have been busy, or it's been hot, or, a million other things. So it is still like it was before. I feel like I need to update the artwork is the thing. I don't want to just run my old artwork. So we got that. Those are all on there. Now we need to open up bag 3. Oh, you pulled something out of the drawer and put the screw in it. You pulled something out of the drawer. I gotta ask, do you play Gigabit Off-Road? I do. I like Gigabit Off-Road. You're talking about that thing I put the screw in the other day. Are you talking about my thread checker? This? which is, this is just, I mean, I know what this screw is. This is an M4. So like here, I can go metric size over here. There's M1.6, 2, 2.5, 3, and 4. And then you can just take and screw it in. So I know that it's M4 because it fits in the M4 hole. Kind of handy if you have stuff that you don't know what it is or you want to check. Black super glue, call it good. I'll just get the right part and then I don't have to worry about it. It happens. I'm not worried about it. So this is the correct side. The knuckle goes to that. Oh, I need to open it. There's the hardware. Peer pressure. I bought one of those damn wallets. I like these wallets. I think they're great. Oh, oh, let's see. Well, this is from Bolt Depot right at the top there. See, boltdepot.com. I think you can get them on Amazon as well. But it's called a screw gauge. So they're, yeah, screw gauge. You should be able to check them out. They're probably available from many places, but it's one of those things that the one time you need it, you have it. I'm getting out the little hammer too, so that everyone can talk about my little elf hammer. There we go. Plastic was just, there we go. Nice. Oh, it stopped there. 40. Oh, there's a bunch of flashing on the front side. There it goes. Flush. You are a nerd. Tap, tap, taparoo. Let's give it a little tap. These little retaining screws. It's a toffee hammer. What is a toffee hammer? This is a jeweler's hammer. It's the best. Oh, these little hinge pin retaining screws are so tiny. Why does it not? There it goes. Sorry. This step takes concentration. There we go. Okay. Other side. That's why we can't have nice things. See, the real thing, Associated just knew I like tricycles. So they made sure to send me, well, I bought this from A-Main, but still. They made sure that they knew the kit I was going to buy from A-Main was going to be a three-wheeler. It's because Nicole isn't here. Why didn't you get a similar wallet for a quarter of the price? Because I like the ones that are the original ones and made well and made with nice stuff. Sometimes going the cheap route isn't the way to go. Sometimes you pay for something slightly nicer. God damn these little screws. Is it the live light that's not turned on? Now that I got the CNC router done, I need to make myself like a nice hanging wall mount to put it up permanently. Because otherwise, Sookie likes to knock that thing over while she peruses across the top of my workbench. Oh my God. Get in the hole. Stupid bitch. Please buy your next kit from Wish. No, thank you. I'm not kidding. This screw. Oh, that makes sense. I have a bad piece of them too. Just has a circle in it. This one has a hex. There we go. I got a Friday kit. Doesn't matter. The one even with the hex in it is still a. Hey. I'm like looking at my driver. Like, did I dent it? Anything like that? No. Definitely a Friday quit. Okay. I'm gonna put a small chamfer on this. Feel like it's dented or something, or why it doesn't want to. Probably because I've used it as a chisel or something. Didn't it come with a wrench? It did, but just use the hand, heat it up, right? We used that trick. That went in there. It was just a pain in the butt for some reason. I don't know. Tiny hardware and sausage fingers, like someone else said. What speed are you hoping to hit with the TRX 6 this week? Oh, that's a good question. I'm hoping that I can hit my goal of 64. I think that that is possible. So I think that that is where I'm aiming initially, at least. So I think 64s. Oh, I have to put a screw on the back side of that too. Does it not show that yet? I'm using the right arm, right? Yeah. Yes, it does show that. Okay. More tiny screws. Would an SCX-10-2 be a good platform for a four-wheel drive drag truck using no prep drag tires? I would say no. Well, I mean, just because a solid axle drag truck is just not a great idea. I mean, you can put power to them and all, and the gears are actually pulled up pretty well. But I mean, honestly, SCX-10 1 stuff would hold up probably a little bit better than just because of the gear size, but looking at an old kit and all that, it's, I don't know. Quick build, they said. You're 100% right. That's why we're just going to go to power drivers. There we go. We'll just start it spinning until it finds a place. Yeah, I mean, I think the arrow will help some. You know, I'm almost tempted to try it with the arrow on 3S first. There we go. Try it with the arrow on 3S first, and then try the then try my final plans of 4S for the week, because I know I'm not going to be able to help myself and not do 4S this week. Even though I said it possibly wouldn't, but let's make sure we got 10 millimeter. When drawing, what size hole do you use for an M3 screw? So if I'm doing a hole that is a pass through, like, you know, where the M3 needs to fall through, I'll use 3.2 millimeters. If I'm doing one where the screw needs to thread into plastic, I'll use 2.5 millimeters for 3D printing. Did Traxxas know you guys were deleting the portals? Probably not, but I mean, Matt did it on his budget build. They don't really care that much. They just have certain things they wanted us to do, and we did those. So there's a 10. Is the 6x6 going to be faster than both your drag cars? I'll use it to push my drag cars. What length is that? M2 by, pretty sure I've got some of that. Same size. Throw the bad one away. Luckily, I have some of these little M2 button head. Might be, I don't know if it, oh, it might have been a millimeter or two longer. Or no? I think we're all right. Do I run hard case lipos or soft? Does it matter? I mean, most all of my stuff is soft case. I don't really run. I've never been like much into racing, so I never really did much of the hard case lipo stuff. Because I think in racing you have to run hard case, right? Or am I wrong? Probably am wrong. Usually am. Mainly because I know nothing about racing. Front shut. Can SketchUp be used for 3D printer models? It can. It's just not. SketchUp's, I would suggest against it. It's not as great of a pro. It's just kind of, you know, it's more sketching and just rather than like actual. I mean, I've seen people use it and all, but a true mechanical design program is going to be a better idea. And you should, if you learn in it, you'll be better off. Otherwise, you're going to be going back. And You're married. You're always wrong. At least that's what my wife tells me. Just because you have a wall of trucks behind you, you would know more than if you got something different now and then. I try and change it up, right? M3 by 26 millimeter. That'll be these two guys. These are going to go through the center hole, it looks like. That, and we need a nut. Tighten this up a hair. Whoops. All right, that. Body mounts. I don't know where we need to set these for the CUDA yet, so it says shows you settings for the React, but not. How does it not have exact settings for the ProLine CUDA? I don't understand. Guess we'll let that one slide. Can't totally blame that on a Friday kit. No, yes. No, Nicole, stuck with Josh. Felony reminds me of that car in Mad Max. That's true. It's definitely very unicorn-esque in some ways. If you're concerned with the aerodynamics of the 6x6, you'll have to cut out the front and rear windows to reduce front area. Could, but I think that would look bad, and I'm more concerned with making it still look good than that. Plus, that would bring so much air into the car, into the body area and all that, unless you in general, I think it would just look bad, and if it looked bad, I'm not interested. Everything still has to look good. Otherwise, it's pointless. Oh, these screws are for the body posts. We're just going to put them in there as a placeholder for now. I'm sure we'll have Suki in here at some point tonight, at least. Mentioned on live you preferred SCX-10.2 over SCX-10.3. Why is it? I don't know that did I say I prefer it? I guess I did say I prefer the way they drive, which is true. I do like the way the SCX-10.2 drives more. Just mainly because it's a non-portal, a little bit lower. It's a lighter truck. It's a less complicated transmission with a lower motor. And I find that the lower motor position plays a big part in what I enjoy as far as the performance side of it goes. So why do I have one countersunk screw here that I don't know what it goes to? On this bag, does it show no countersunk, no countersunk? None. Oh, there's one. From the back into the shock tower. Aha. Can I reach it with a standard driver? Oh, Dale C, $5, appreciate it. Diverging diamond or 4-leaf clover? What's more superior? By the way, thanks for another stream. I'm doing another 450 to 500 mile motorcycle trip tomorrow. Nice. So diverging diamond versus a 4-leaf clover design. Generally, you'll see a clover interchange at the intersection of two major either interstates or highways. So which isn't the same type of scenario where you would use a diverging diamond. So I find that those are areas that are very different. Different applications. I get this to start threading. No. Damn it. We're going to loosen this. Nerd. Come on. I know what I need to do. In this Traxxas toolkit, there is a ball end 2mm driver. Not something you see that often. But to the rescue it came. Diamond and clover. Yeah. Add Traxxas toolkit to the Amazon storefront. Yeah, another. I need to do these things. I should really step up this stuff so I actually make some money on YouTube rather than spending it all on kits for Friday nights. That would help, wouldn't it? Right now we're going to the rear suspension. This thing, where does this go? Countersink up. M2.5 by 8. Oh. I love the Traxxas kit. Didn't get the one with the nut drivers though, since didn't use them a whole lot. Yeah, I know what you mean. I like the setup enough though that I'm definitely not mad that I got the nut driver set. I've used them enough. It's like the one I take on the trails usually. So it's nice to have it then because just everything's in there. I keep everything in that pouch. Do I have it facing the right way first? Don't think that I do. Where's it at? I don't. This way. God. This is that whole independent suspension thing. I'm used to those solid axles. I got a never used DR10 body from my buddy. It's green paint job at $60. That's not too bad, I guess, for a new body. Oh, so is Schultz looking for Schultz? What's the next series I should watch on Netflix? Nicole's watching Hannibal right now, which someone was saying. I haven't watched that much. I'm more of movies than TV shows, unless it's The Office. I'll watch The Office over and over again, of course. Actually, well, not on. I just watched Entourage again, which was a good one to watch. I finished Better Call Saul. If you haven't watched that one's worth it. And then the movie I watched, last night or the night before, was Seven Psychopaths with Sam Rockwell and that whole crew. Woody Harrelson, Christopher Walken. It was really good. It's like a funny version of Boondock Saints. The best way I could describe it. Okay. these. Now I need the rear block that on. And 14 mil. Check. Size. Pool Hall Junkies, Christopher Watt. Huh. I don't know that one. Watch Death Note, the animation. I've not seen that come across my. That was interesting. Why did it just flip up? Did I forget something? No. Upload on Amazon Prime is good. I liked that one too. And that one, Seven Psychopaths, was on Amazon. So that rear chassis. All the same size. 12. Is that a 12? That is a 14. There's a 12. Nope, I didn't use flatheads anywhere else. Is there two 12s and two 14s? Is that what it is? Yes. Okay, that makes sense. 12s go to the front. Again, instructions are poorly laid out. How they show the call outs. Call out to both screws if that's how you want to do it. Do you like White Claw, aka spicy water? I don't know that I've ever actually had a White Claw. I love sparkling water, but I've just never had the actual White Claw. I don't drink that much. And so you guys witnessed the last time I did on here when I had wine. And solid axle and scale, no prep would be cool, but it'd be one of those things where we'd probably never get it to perform nearly well enough to be. But while I get that is still cool. And 3x10s and a couple of those here. Those goes in the front corner. Josh would be a fan of White Claw. I'm saying I wouldn't be. I do like sparkling water. Josh, do you eat raw ginger? No. Whenever it's on my plate at a sushi restaurant, I never eat it. Love sushi, not the ginger. Done yet? No, Matt. No thanks to you. Whiskey is the nectar of the gods. Creepy Uncle Matt is here. We got arms on. All of that done. What's my favorite sushi? I don't know. It depends. Usually just it's like a nice big cut of raw tuna on with, some spice. Spicy tuna is good, but just like a big cut of tuna or, you know, just on that. Love some sushi right now. Okay, here we've got two M3 by 10s in the front, 14s in the rear. Double check that these are 14s. Any seafood from Cooper's in Scranton. It's nice how fast these things start to look like a car, isn't it? Now, let's see, through the center hole towards the rear of the vehicle is the way that we need to orient these. Josh, do you think that you will ever have another motorcycle? Would Nicole let you? If so, what would you get? Another Busa, MT10, Harley Vespa. I miss my motorcycle like well, maybe not today, not when it was 109 here. But the terrain around here would be so awesome. I mean, now I would probably want to go back to I think I would go back to a Harley. But I think I would go I'd go bagger style, but with I'd go the 28-inch front wheel on bags, stereo, the whole thing. That would be the route that I would probably want to go the most. If I was actually going to do it, it would probably be something like a supermoto. But I think like Ben's saying, street glides. I do like street glides, but got to be the big front wheel, just something along those. Now, I don't know that I would let myself get one out here though, because of how people drive. It's ridiculous. It is not like the Midwest. She'll probably just say, get rid of the 50 trucks and you can get one. I want a bobber. I love bobbers too. Cafe racer style bobbers, any of those. I love all motorcycles. I've never been like a huge dirt bike fan. Like dual sports I kind of like them. Supermotos I like, so kind of a weird thing there. I don't understand the big front wheel. Oh, I just love the style. I just love that style. I don't know why. Been bag 5. I don't know how many bags we have in this. I see 13, something like that. So I own a motorcycle shop in northern Indiana. Oh, Brazen Scale. Yeah, you guys are like a power sports shop though, aren't you? Or you guys sell razors and all that kind of stuff. I follow. Well, we're friends on Facebook, so I see your posts there, posting stuff all the time. Um, the the big tire guy around here is a douche. Yeah, I get that. So where are the over there? Donked Harley. Basically, yeah, that's basically what I want. A donked Harley. Brad, you nailed it. 19 to 21, but no bigger. No, I'm talking 28-ish. Like all tire. Exaggerated, crazy wheel and tire package. All right. We got to build a diff. This is not my favorite part of these. Lock all the things. So I'm so used to just locked differential. Well, obviously, we all saw that on my when I forgot to unlock the diff on the TRX6 left. Wah wah wah. Can my Harley fit 35s with no lift? When Jeep guys buy Harleys. Right, that. Now I need to put the little pin through it. Got it in here. I still have my STDI. What is an STDI? I mean, STDI. What is an STDI? Finish that sentence. Yeah, that's exactly right. Shh, I need to focus during this part. Where's the hole? I yell out loud on the internet. Get in the hole. There we go. Centered. Got it. Are you in? No ball diff. No, it is not a ball. It's a gear diff. It is a 4-gear gear diff. Get in the freaking hole. Just tap it in. Just think that's seated. Maybe not. No, I don't think it is seated on it. Center. There, it's seated. What was the cost on the changeover parts to make one from the SC10? I don't know that. Associated gave those to Matt and I. I never added it up. I put the full parts list that was needed, but I did not actually add that up. So I don't have that information. The price is wrong, bitch. There we go. I'm not coming up with that myself. It was a moderated comment. See, Alex isn't here to moderate comments. Nicole's not here to handle it. Like we're in the Stone Ages over Can you run a diff eliminator taking the place of the gears? So you can, I'm sure. I mean, I assume, but the guys who are racing these things are tuning with fluid quite a bit. So I think that you want the diff action. I think Schultz was telling me before, light diff light diff oil was easier off the line, but heavy diff wasn't as easy at the big end, or vice versa. Phoenix for moderator. Oh, good idea. Where's Phoenix at? I need it. Phoenix. How do I put him? Add moderator. Boom. Good idea. Haha. Now I don't have to watch it. This is what you don't get a choice. It just happens. You had to deal with it. Let's see. Shim, O-ring, smaller O-ring, in the hole, another shim. Then we got the pin on the easy side. Boom. Okay, so we got that part. I know we need the gasket. Gasket in place. Our high quality paper gasket. Okay, now we got to fill it. So I have diff fluid, but I talked to Schultz before the stream, and he said that this is 500,000 weight diff fluid, and he's recommended I use that. So I'm going to do what he said. All right, it says fill to this level. What is this level? About 80% up the side spider gears. This shit is thick. Thick AF. Squeeze it like freaking toothpaste from the bottom. This comes in a freaking chapstick bottle, or like a lip balm. Focus on this. Oh, it's too blown out. That's like a straight up not gonna do it. I need to go put this in the freaking microwave and warm it. God. This is the worst. It's 500,000. I don't even know how you say fill to this level. It's not even a liquid. This is a straight up toothpaste. No, toothpaste is easier to get out. It's definitely not full enough. Okay. Shut up and squeeze the tube. Thanks, Schultz. Gears just want to pop out rather than even spin this stuff. Even they hate it. What would be the best super glue to glue aluminum wheels to drag concept spling? Oh, that is an interesting question. It puts the fluid on the skin. Ridiculous. How is the TRX6 going? It's going very well so far. I am quite pleased. And tomorrow will be my test day. All right. I can't tell if that's to the right level, but I don't know if I can squeeze any more out of this freaking tube. And my fingers hurt. My fingers hurt. So we're just going to line this up and squish it. It's coming out of the holes. I'm pretty sure that was enough. Push and twist. Get the hands dirty. Is that a 4-gear diff? It is a 4-gear diff. Now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping, dude. I can go all night with Happy Gilmore clothes. Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit? Roll the tube like a toothpaste. I had to use this thing to get it all pushed to that side. Donkulous. I just realized something when I looked down and saw these little washers here that are supposed to go on the outsides of the spider gears. Damn it. And that nasty ass diff, we'll see how impossible this is. Get off my finger. I have zero claim at being a Don't racers like do this often? Like pull these diffs apart and tune stuff? Now play with the fluid. Yeah, thanks, Schultz. Oh, you're gotta be. All right. 1 on. 2 on. 3. God, got my thumb in it. I didn't try and record my SCX-10-3 build yet. That, yes, things like this happen in builds. In live builds, you just don't get to act like they didn't. Unless you just completely ignored it, which is always a possibility. Could have just not mentioned it and just tried to sweep those things under the rug. Okay. Let's try and squeeze just a little bit more fluid into this thing. If when it came out of the tube, it actually just fell out rather than just curling around it, would be nice. Okay, we're back. Just wait till the shocks. And screaming for 3 hours to get them to bleed. Oh, God. And then Josh, you still playing SnowRunner at all? Thoughts? I haven't been gaming much lately. Um, Still like SnowRunner. I kind of go through phases. Like I'll kind of get into a video game phase where I'll play once a week for a couple hours, but I probably haven't played in over a month, played any games. When I get like a lot of projects going, I just I don't have time usually. I'll stay focused on, especially like during monthly mayhem stuff, like those projects are so intense that it's like any spare time that I have, I work on that. Going for pizza. I'll be back for the shocks. Yeah. Okay. Does it spin like a diff or is it locked solid? It's got a little bit of diff action. Okay. I successfully have built a diff. Bag 6. 11, 13. There's 6. This bag's got some heft. I've been playing Clash of Clans for 7 years, I think. I played Clash of Clans for a bit. Actually, I think I still have like 2 or 3. I think I have like 3,000 gems. Every once in a while, I'll open up my Clash of Clans and just go in there and just uh, trim all the trees, except I leave one type of tree and I make sure that they're spaced evenly. So like when they grow in randomly, I just make as long as they fall into the right pattern, I'll leave them. That is some nerdy engineer stuff. I wonder if I can even open my Clash of Clans. It's been, well, I just got a new phone, so it probably updated then. Let's see what it says. See what it looks like. 10, and then 5x10s go where? Top. Oh, yep, always. Every time I open it, I have to update that game. When you get attacked by someone from China, you know it's over. Clash Royale. I tried Clash Royale for like a minute and I just didn't, it didn't grab me like, I enjoyed Clash of Clans for a while. Honestly, the one that I played the most of was called like Clash Golf. And I liked that one quite a bit. Rocket League. So Rocket League is one that I do play on PC a little bit. I'm terrible, but I enjoy it. My clan has been abandoned for 3 years. Yeah, I, I think that. Well, I don't know if I'm still on it or not, but I think that they're actually possibly still active. Go. So that goes in there. Top shaft, of course. It says to grease these gears with 500K diff fluid. That seems odd. I mean, I guess they know better than me normally, but I'm not doing that. I don't like it at all. I'm going to use Swepco. Thanks. Now I'm downloading it again to see if mine is still there. Yeah, let's see what my what was it called? Village? What was the things called in Clash of Clans? I can't even remember now. Is it your village that got your base? Base, not village. Okay. So that. Put that all together. What do we get? Open. Let's see what it looks like. All right, M3 by 16s flatheads. That's these. Oh, oh, I guess I'm being attacked right now. Or something. I don't know. Or I have to attack? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know how the game works anymore. I just wanted to see my stupid base. Why did it make me attack something? Nope, not there, because that's where the motor plate has to go, right? Top, front. Paul, 1816, gave me $5. In CAD, how do you go about designing a part around an existing stock part? So that's a good question. How I normally do it is, obviously getting the dimensions of the stock part is the difficult thing. You gotta know which areas are kind of the critical areas for interference, or where, it's all about measuring the stock part well. A good pair of calipers is obviously, a necessity, but so you can go about it two ways. You can either go about it and actually try to draw up the stock part first so that you can design off of it, or you have to start designing your part just by keep measuring back and forth to make sure that you have the other part you're designing around pretty accurate. It's a good topic for Sunday. You're probably right. Currently drawing a Clodbuster bumper. Oh yeah. Cover it tomorrow. It'd be Sunday. Are those Harbor Freight calipers? These are not. These are Mitutoyo's. So these are a fairly decent set. Nothing overly fancy, but they do pretty well. Let's see. That we got all of that done. This is assembled. Now we need the rear, this piece, right? Hey, I got 100%. I don't know why it made me do that. Let me do it. Okay, put 2 8mm through the top into the case. That's Jeremiah donated $5. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Josh, what is your gigabit off-road name? I'm pretty sure it's just Harley Designs Inc. I'd have to double check. I don't remember if it's, I think it's Harley Designs Inc., but it might just be Harley Designs. I actually haven't done multiplayer yet, though. So, this is going to go to the front. Yep, that. And I need the M3 by 30s button heads. Go. I gotta sandwich these things in there. Right? It goes to the outside. Looks like a solid way to take an M2 driver to the belly. What was I doing? I don't even realize, but I'm guessing that you are correct with whatever you were saying that I might have been doing. Well, whatever it is, it was probably backwards. That. Got it. Is there anything that goes in between? Does not appear so. Oh, I know what I have though. Do I want to install this? I think those are the wheelie bar. So I've got this piece here, which is like a metallic bronze thing from Shapeways by R Designs. And this is for a slash. This is so that you can use a slash wheelie bar mount. So I'm going to use that piece instead of the wheelie bar from this kit. Just because I want to. You can't make me do anything. But it's kind of a cool. It's printed. It like I said, it's metal printed from Shapeways. So, and I think it says that it says it's some sort of polished bronze something or other. I don't know. Come on. Kind of a cool looking piece though back there. Let's see. Mask Master says, have you ever adjusted camber or toe by measuring the metal rod between the plastic rod ends? And do you think that would be accurate? Yes, that is how I have done it in the past. And I think that it's accurate enough for the amount of play that we have. Any inconsistency in the molding of the plastics, I think anything else, like with the accuracy that we're working with the parts, I think that it's accurate enough. That's the way that I have done it in the past. So that the plastic can be different lengths. Yeah, like that's what that type of stuff. I think that with the level of accuracy that we're working with in the other parts, I don't think that it's worth going any further on. Personally, like everything's still molded. You're still looking at ball cups and everything else that can have variances, like things that are good. You can measure the hard parts and still in the end have errors or whatever. So it's like, what do you want to do? Jeremiah, $4.99. I appreciate it. I want to add interior to my DR10. What might fit will you get the Crawler Innovations? So I've got the Crawler Innovations drag foams on the way, actually. I'm not going to glue the tires that I'm putting on these because I'll use them in that. An interesting, yeah, like Robert says, my normal response would be to go to a bomber, but these bodies are so big that you need a bigger interior. And one of the interiors that works is the interior from the Arma Mojave, which is like that big trophy truck that they have. But the interior from that fits like perfectly in a Nova. Now it'll give you a driver and passenger, which normally you'd only have a driver in a drag car, but still, it'll drop right in and give you the ability to have an interior that looks pretty accurate. I don't know if you can buy that interior separate or not, but you can definitely find them on eBay. Take it off, Josh. What am I taking off? Motor plate. I'm forgetting a motor plate. How did I forget that? Oh, it's in that other step. Thank you. I like how you just say take it off rather than you missed the motor plate. You missed the motor plate. Let's see. M3 by 10. Yep. I had gauges there on the small off-road. Better ones for off. Huh, I don't. Oh, look, a drag car. He still hasn't finished the other one. And I'm drinking water. I know. So that one, that step I missed. That was clear, very clear in the instructions. I just wasn't paying attention. I was talking too much, which is generally my problem. But I'm still not giving these instructions an A because they're just not. Come on. I do like their slipper disc material. It's so cool. It's like Teflon-y. Tito's brand water. Right. Where's Nicole? She's out there. She was just not, she wasn't feeling to be on the interwebs tonight. She said, no. Does this, the lock nut should be flush with the top shaft when installed. Real men don't need instruction. I've built so many different kits these last 25 weeks. I still need instructions on most things. I think I could build some vehicles without instructions, like an SCX-10-2. I could blast. Pretty sure I could build most of an SCX-10-2 kit without with a blindfold on even. Tell her and Suki we miss them. Yes. I'm sure they are in the same location. Okay. And we need two M3 by 10s that go down in front. Thought I had it, didn't have it. Clutch is so, aren't you done yet? I know, I was told this was a fast kit. No, we're still moving fast. Get out of there. Show us what motor you will be going to use. I am going to be using the Tekin Eliminator 4.5. So yeah, Tekin Eliminator 4.5 RS Pro something. Did that? Oh, I missed that front screw. Need to put that through. Okay, did that. That's on there. We did that part. 2 M3x16 flatheads. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't have those. Oh, it's because I have to open bag 7. Good. It's like I thought I was out. There's 7. Thought I used the screws somewhere. He's taken it apart 3 times now just because he's so fast. Ooh, bag 7's a fast one. There's only like 5 parts in this bag. Be on to the next one. Okay, but I do have a long screw and a nut left from before. What did I miss there? Oh, I bet it's from the wheelie bar. It is. Okay. That one is okay. I can miss that one. So we need to do, what was it? M3x16s. It's these. Right. When can we expect brass for this kit from Vanquish? Josh, you remember you can't take that on the rocks. Let's see. Right, that. This arm is rubbing though. What did... We'll see. Okay. Rear body mount is next. Goes back half, arm sweep rearward. What? I like using the black can motor that has 3 wires hooked to it. Josh, are you in the manufacturing business? Why would... Josh, are you in the manufacturing business? Why would companies still make straight blade or Phillips screws when Allen or Torx screws are so common? I am in the manufacturing business in RC. I cannot understand that either. I don't understand it. I don't know how like manufacturing goes in like China for those type of things. It might be way cheaper for that hardware. That's the only thing I could possibly imagine. But because yeah, like a hex drive or a Torx bit, like any of those, far superior. But yeah, I'm guessing it has to do with cost. It's the only thing I can possibly think of because they will take any opportunity to just cut costs. So it has to be because of costs. Flat drive screws infuriate me. Oh, I couldn't agree. I just, I don't know that I don't know the last time I actually ran across a flat blade drive though. Like I can't remember. Unless I was I mean, like other than working on something super old. But yeah, like Tamiya using Allen hardware. I think we've built two Tamiya kits during these Friday Night Live builds in the last few months, and every time they're Allen head or Phillips head. It's J. It's actually I like every time you build and you call it Al or a Phillips head. They're like actually it's JIS. Like it's the same. I know the screwdriver is slightly different, but whatever. The only place I see flat blades are carb adjustments. Let me tell you the last time I adjusted a carburetor. Okay, so we've done that. We just did that. Now bag 8. You need to get the front and rear arms as loose as a sock on a bus. I will get them nice and floppy when we get to that when I get to that point. That super boring part I will do off camera. Because that will mean, taking things off and reaming or whatever. If you want to adjust some carbs, swing by on the shop. I'll get you all you can handle. JIS is another dumb one. I always tell myself I'm going to buy a JIS screwdriver and never buy one. Curse myself for not the last time. Yeah, I don't know. It's just what is the difference between standard and the factory team? I don't know. That's a question I don't have the ability to answer. uh, Need to get the shocks built before what's his name gets back on here, right? Otherwise, he'd call like I called it. Right. Rear hub. This is a left. Is there any freaking distinguishing characteristics? Which, okay, it's put this on the one that's swept that way. There we go. The factory has the aluminum pop-up parts. There's not a factory team DR10, is there? right? I mean, I would have bought that, but I'm pretty sure that there isn't. Okay, no, there's not. Okay. I was just gonna say, I was like, oh, seems like this would have been something I would have been aware of and talked about on the scale news. Okay, we've got hex pins in. I think my price to paint the Fat Fox is for you to build a Tamiya VW bus or dual rider for me. Ah, I think that's a reasonable request. I will do that, and I'll supply a hex hardware kit so that I don't have to do JIS freaking screws. Go. One hub through. And our stupid little. Wonder if any RC10 parts would work on these. RC10? Is that. Do they still do the RC10? Isn't it something else now? Are they like B somethings? B somethings or M somethings or shit like that. Okay, so we've got that. Now the terrible, well, now the first of the terrible parts, building turnbuckles. Ugh. These are awful. What bag number am I opening? 9. Oh, freaking turnbuckles. Orient the notch to the left throughout the car. Oh, and then are these to scale? Probably not. 3 by 48. Okay, that's a 48. Oh, and then of course one's freaking revert. God, I hate turnbuckles. I understand why they exist. I just hate them. And what do I have? Use that. There we go. We can use that. Okay, so I need 27 millimeters. Start one side, go back, start the other. This side's supposed to be the reverse, right? Yeah. There we go. They make tools for this. Do they? I have one that is for regular rod ends. I wonder if my other little one works. Nope. Oh, yeah, it does. Sweet. Set our caliper to 27 millimeters. Damn left-handed threads. I know. Okay, so we're basically burying this thing, right? shock pliers work? Oh, that'd be a good thing to hold with. I have a wing nut tool for hurricane shutters. This is just like another 3D printed Zerba tool. This one I think I made a while back, but same. Let's see. Give it a couple more. There we go. One done. I'm so glad I'm left-handed. What? That doesn't help with left-handed threads. You're going to be at Crawlapalooza this year? I doubt it. I doubt I'll be traveling that time of the year. Chuck the rod and a drill and put together. Okay, that, you know, Ron, good idea. Just solve this right now. Oh wait, can't do it on the other side. Maybe if we just tighten it just a little. Josh skipped Sunday for TRX 6 instead. Yes, I did skip skip 3D printing Sunday or whatever I'm calling it now. Yes, I'm calling it 3D printing Sunday, not STL Sunday. Okay. Check the distance. I mean, close enough. How many do I have to build of these things? Build 2, left and right side. Perfect. That's done. 2. We're getting there. Okay. So what were these for? These are for the front. Let's say left or orient the front. Yes, front steering. Yes, this is the steering. Okay. Where is the Sookie? She is out on the couch, likely with Nicole. Go. STL sandwich trailer. Sandwich trailer L. What body are you going to use for the drag cart? I'm thinking about the Cadillac. Oh, I do like that new Cadillac. But on my way home, I grabbed the. I stopped at RC Country and bought the new Cuda body. I do like the Proline bodies best, I think. The J Concepts ones, you know, it's like they're always so close. So close. There we go. All right, front steering link's done. Good choice, like that one as well. I think it's a good looking body. They're the I think that just the size and proportions of it are really good. Um, I like the Nova body as well. I've got a couple of those up there, and I think that those are a good looking body as well. I just wanted to try. That way, I'll have one Nova and one. Hold on. Front camber links. These say that they also use the 48, but that you tighten these all the way down to 23 millimeters. Okay. Are you going to be upgrading the wheelie bar to carbon fiber? Yeah, I put on the metal mount from our design on Shapeways. It's like 45 or 48 bucks for this mount. And it allows you to use a carbon fiber slash style mount. So I'll do that. I'll probably add a couple of tie rod to brace this thing just so that it's a little bit more rigid yet. But then I can use a regular slash style wheelie bar. I'll probably pick up like the Drag Race Concepts one from A-Main. Tighten her down a little further. Could you please link that? Yes, I can. Here it is. There's the link in the chat. See how close I got to 23. Lock it in. Oh, within like a mil. Pretty close. Got it. What's the new body? Malibu, right? Yep, it is. It's the 79 Malibu body, which I also like. But if I keep trying to wait till this body comes out and I'll never, well, I mean, I'm already not finishing them, so what's it matter, I guess. I guess I could. Oh, you know what did I didn't, did I do it? I did do it. I put all the turnbuckles on the same way so far. Did I even put them onto the left side of the car? No, I put them onto the right side of the car, which is the opposite of what the instructions say, but that shows you how much I like the instructions. Come on. That. All right. So another one to do up front still. Use your left-handed plier. Someone revoke Phoenix's moderator. How close did I get? I'm over or under? Oh, I'm even closer this time. It's tough being this good at eyeballing things poorly. Let's see. Oh, I still got to give her a half turn though, just to get it aligned properly. Okay. Perfect. All right, front links are done. Hey, I stopped drinking for this. All right. What's that say? Isometer is on point. I like that. Icomometer. Hey, guess what? More freaking turnbuckles. Thought I was done with that. Forgot about the rears. What am I doing? How much space am I leaving here? 23 and a half. Right? All right. Let's adjust this. We need another half mil. 23.5. Oh, I went too far. Price is right, I'd be off. Got her that time. Can't wait for shock building. Oh. All right, let's make sure I put this the same way as the rest of them. One more to go, and then shocks. Oh. Remember the Remember the bleeder valve. Do these have bleeder valves? If they do. Remember leftover parts make it lighter. Feel like I went too far. Feel like I went a few turns too far. I did. I knew it. Knew it right off. Pretty much right there. Which one is this? This is that side. So, all right. Don't you have 2 more for steering? I already did those. I did all 4 up front already. Missed it. Flying through it. Is that John? It is Mr. Fishmax. What's going on, John? All right, we got all of those done. Now shocks. Okay. Let's find our happy place. What about the sticky rear arm? Oh, I will fix that, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. We'll worry about that when I can curse freely. The Hitachi cordless is better than the DeWalt. I disagree, sir. I've used the Hitachi, and it has the actual button, like the rocker button, the forward, inward. Not as good as the gyro. What is this? AE 30 weight. So I'm not going to use the 30 weight. I was recommended different weights, so we're not going to use that. Thank you for including, but not the weight I'm going to use. Okay, now let's cut this bag, being very careful not to cut the O-rings that are included. Where's your 3D printed shock stand? I did not 3D print the shock stand I designed, which would have been very handy. Instead, I will grab the other option that we have here, which is somewhere. I know exactly where it is. It's underneath my other drag car. This is my Crawler Innovations long block, and it's got the holes put in it for shocks. Car stand / shock stand, very handy. No, we're not going to use there either. Do you have a vacuum tool for getting the air bubbles out of shocks? I do not have one of those. Being that I'm not normally building race car shocks, and normally I'm building scale truck shocks, which are usually a smaller diameter than are actually, feasible for really thinking you're going to get a proper bleed out of them in the first place. I don't usually worry about it, but I do think they are cool, and I have seen them. I just have never found the reasoning that I thought was going to be worth investing in one. Oh, they're black eclipse too, so they're even harder to see when you fling them. Okay. Are all the pistons the same size? Yes, they are all a 2-hole piston. Okay, good to know. Yes, Jesus clips, exactly. We'll see how long this takes. I own both, and I like the rocker switch. Before I used the Ryobi, I think I would have enjoyed that one. But after owning it, because we have one of those at work, and the one that we had is Brandon's, who I work with, and when his was kind of like the battery wasn't lasting all that long anymore, so he was going to get a new one, and instead of buying a new one of those, he wanted to get the DeWalt. So now we have DeWalt's at work as well. Okay, 3 down. Yes, I've not got an E-clip tool. I don't usually, well, I'm going to bite my tongue until I finish these. But I was going to say, I was like, E-clips are usually not my, okay. We got all 4 of that part done. Now, it's the fun part. This is the part that I think is just the fucking best. So, black O-ring goes there. Then we need flange down. Where'd my pick go? Seriously? There's, got it. There we go. So, we got that. Then orange rubber O-ring, black spacer, another orange O-ring, and doesn't show. I thought we would need another washer at the bottom. I'm gonna put the cap on. Oh, it's got it built in. Not tighten it though. Actually, we're not even gonna put it on. We'll get our green slime and liberally apply it to the threads. Make sure there's plenty on the end. And a little bit seals. So we'll get everything through before there's any pressure on any of the seals. Okay. So rather than waste this green slime, we're just gonna, oops. Do that. We'll just put it on that orange seal now instead. Spacer. Another one. It doesn't look like the green slime I'm used to for tires. Oh, this is the green slime I guess I've always used. It's team associated. So a little bit on the seals, a lot of it on the shock shaft, just to make sure that it goes through all those seals without any little cuts. There we go. Okay, can't forget the larger O-ring and bottom cap. Did I miss the pistons on the shafts first? Yeah, I did those first. Those went pretty quickly though. So now that we have the shafts through the bodies, tighten the lower cartridge up. 2 of those down. Stepped washer. Come on. Nope, upside down. Get the other way. Okay. We'll put a little bit on these beforehand. That. Another O-ring, more green slime, or a lot of green slime. Whoops. Okay. They're all the same. Am I right? It's all the same length? Yes, it appears so. Okay. Just making sure. Like, crap, did I not pay attention to shock bodies? I'm glad I'm not had to build shocks yet. So boring. Yeah, building shocks is one of my least favorite parts of these kits. Good thing associated shocks are some of the best. So they assemble quite nicely, really. You gotta give Associated plenty of credit there. They have dialed that part in. It's all those years of experience. And they, instead of focusing on a manual, they just worked on shocks. Okay. Freaking booger slime everywhere. Go. Last one. Where's our lower cap? There it is. Stuck in something else. I have not had a shock go bad on my RTR yet. I mean, yeah, that's my element shocks were, which are basically the same thing, have been great too. I used the same shock for 40 years and you get it correct. Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, so now we need to fill it, but I'm going to put my lower rod end on first. I don't know why. Just because. I feel like I'm closer to done when I do it that way. Oh, everyone, yes, make sure you are entering the giveaway for the 50K giveaway truck. I linked it in the description of this video as well. I try and put it in most of the current videos. Got to get another video done on that soon. What could happen if you use a 2.5 pinion on a 2.3 motor shaft? Ooh, wait, 2.5 pinion on a 2. Are those motor shaft sizes? Is that on like 3.8 or 380 stuff? Because that seems small. But I mean, the thing would be is it would be way out of round, and you could really screw up your gears. I guess I'm just not familiar with those sizes. Green slime that is sold in the small quarter-ounce tubes is actually Nolene SF3, which comes in a small 2-ounce jar for $10. A lifetime supply of Nolene. Huh. Interesting. Thank you, Bill. I will have to, well, I will forget that, but I will have to try and remember it and order the tub size, because this is getting, oh yeah, it's getting, you can see it's just the very bottom. I'm squeezing, but I've had that tube for 5 years probably. So, okay, so we need to build. I've got some 60 and 90 here. We're going to use 90 for the rear shocks and 60 for the front shocks. Schultz had suggested me slightly heavier rear shock fluid, but I only had 90 here on hand. So 90 we will use. Fill, start to bleed, and then we'll let them sit for a minute. Okay, are these a bladder top? No, they're emulsion. So is there a bleeder screw? No. Okay. So we only have to be so precise since you can only do so much for this type of shock. Just a little bit more. I'm sure he didn't tell you to use TLR oil. He did not, but TLR was the last multi-pack that I bought. The diff oil that I had on hand that he told me not to use was AE diff fluid, though. Like, yeah, don't use that. Use the one that it comes with. There we go. A little bit more. Okay. Rears. Rears are on the right. Right and rear. There we go. Plum crazy for the body. Grabber orange. The creeper van needs to go on this. Oh my god. All right. So 90 was for the rears. 60 is going to go on the fronts. Plum. Who was painting the CUDA? I don't know. I mean, it comes with pretty good stickers, and I'm going to be so bad at driving anyway that I could just one color it and call it done. But I probably don't have enough of any one color other than orange to get it done. So, could be orange. A little more. 15 minutes into shock building is all? Okay. I'm not mad about that. It's all in the hips, Jeff. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. Did John say something about limiters on the shock shafts inside the bodies? He did not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that they are or aren't. Most likely he's just not trying to give up all his secrets. No. John's pretty good about just telling me whatever. But these are like shorter shocks than what would normally come on these cars, so or on like a buggy version. I know when I had to do the conversion on my DB10 that I swapped bodies and shafts to make them the right length. Okay. So we have that done. Now we need to do O-rings around the top. Now we'll put caps on. Remember the gator that got your hand? Well, I got his hand. Good thing I had that cap on. That shock fluid situation. Just a little bit of pushback at the very top. About as good as I'm capable of. Some put surgical tube on the front shock shaft. Perfect. Goes in, tiny bit of push out. That one's going a little further. Whatever. Where's the office Lego? It is right, well, it's up on this shelf right above me right now. Someone go watch that movie and my name is in it. When they were moving the name of the scoreboard at the time, the last name right, and oh, it says trap. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna put the front one back up there because I don't want to get mixed up which one I put the fluid in, the lighter fluid. Did you guys finish it? We did finish it. Or I finished it. O-rings like poking out. There we go. Fixed. Okay. Now we got to do preload colors and stuff. Right? Free length, stroke, blah, 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 blah. Spencers. Color. Says a big and a little. And when am I building fronts or rears? Hold on. This is 2 front, 2 rear, whatever. I guess it says the same for all of them? Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. 20 millimeters of fuel tubing on the front shafts is what Dewey's running. What's up, Dewey? Shock white. Are these all white springs? I guess, because there's no paint on any of them. Must all be the same. Okay. That's a rear. A. Did you put the bleeder screw in the shock caps? No, I did not, because there isn't one. I checked before, but you made me double check. Okay, so there's the rears done. Front's staying up there. Well, it didn't come with the same amount of, gave me 2 of the thin ones rather than 2. Well, we got shafted on preload spacers. Oh well. I'm sure I have extras. Gold Sharpie to mark the fronts. There you go, Phoenix. Let's do that. Done. Okay, so now back to the chassis. Chassis. We can put our green slime away. And we need to open bag 10. Bag 14 is the wheelie bar that we're not going to build. Hey, what do you know? Where's bag 10? Did we already open bag 10? 12, 11, 13, 14. We must have. We did. So that and a nut. What is your favorite fruit? Grapes. Good red grapes, best fruit. I think. Yeah. Will do. Thanks for stopping in, RC Patina guy, or hanging out. I guess you're here the whole time. Thanks again. One front. All right. Go. Got it. Since you're finished with the 90 weight, can you please pass it to me? Good. And what do we need for the lowers? 22s. And we need to put the balls in the rod ends. What KV have you decided to run in it? I'm going to run the 4.5 Tekin eliminator motor. Seems to be the popular choice with the racers around here. So wrong one. This kit seems to be going together very well. It has gone together well. We had one little issue at the beginning with a bad part that we'll have to get a replacement for, but it's a flukes like that happen. Can't, you know, is what it is. It's not like I was going to drive it tonight anyway. Let's see. Footballs and holes. Oh. All right, now the rears. It uses an M3x12 to attach at the bottom. No Holmes race motor. I mean, could, but I was just going to grab the whole Tekin system because I'll run the RS Pro as well. So, whoops. I already see I made a mistake. I messed up. It's okay. Arms are on the wrong side. I swear I looked at that when I did it. I'm blaming the manual. I like the no wheelie bar 2021 rule. I had not seen that. Was that a rule? Are they thinking about that? Someone needs to tell me if that's a thing. You know what? That also would explain why I'm having that little rubbing issue with the eyes. Because I had them sweeping the wrong direction. I thought forward sweeping was correct. Josh makes mistakes, so we don't make them. I think it's because Josh doesn't pay attention when he's live building. This shouldn't take too long, at least. Okay, here's a good question, and probably the most important. When it's done, will you hand it? Will you put your hand under it? It will have to pass the hand test. Right. So, the one thing we do have to do is hold the pins and arms. There's that. That out. In. Okay. Wheelie bars are allowed for racers 14 years and under until their first event or win exceed. Oh, for I see what you mean. That's the it's when they're doing the other classes, right? Okay, so now let's go back and see what exactly I misinterpreted and screwed up. So sweeping forward, but with just so freaking hard to see. Okay. That's off the passenger side. There we go. They have a second one here to look at. Okay. Let's fix my screw ups and we'll be back to normal. Or my screw ups are normal, either way. Right. Do I have that? There we go. Get these back in order. We're getting there. Are the back shocks on wrong? No. Shocks are on right. Arms were on wrong. Okay. That. Now the arms move plenty smooth. Okay. Switch tools. So where's the application form to become a moderator? It happens. It's just a spur of the moment thing. Happened last time when Nicole was being lazy and didn't want to moderate. Okay. That. Now we also have that long screw from the wheelie bar that we can put in. Will it work through here? Nope, I need a longer one. That's okay. I have those. That. All right, back to the shocks. Now they seem to line up just perfect. Come on. Okay. Come on. Perfect. All right, now that's done. That's done. Oh, this comes with the anti-roll bar. Bag 11. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. Oh, yeah, there's like 5 parts in here too. Dang, hooked through this thing pretty good. Especially since I don't have a servo here anyway, so we don't have to hook that up. So we need to, what length? Is it M3 by 3? Get our Loctite out. No servo. I just don't have, yeah, I don't have my I mean, I have servos. I guess I could put, I don't need to put, whoop, I don't need to put Loctite on these because they are, shit. Well, I'm not crawling under the desk where I just dropped my wrench, but let's use this too. Who's taking bets on how long he has 2 unfinished drag cars sitting on the shelf? Make the bet interesting, and I'll finish them. 1 millimeter inset, it shows. And we know I have a calibrated eyeball for these things. You forgot to put the screws in the rear arm pivot braces. Shit, did I? Oh, you're right. Who caught that? Phillips caught that. Nice catch. That is true. That's what those 2 screws right there are for, huh? All right, there's those. Nice thing is you can just kind of fold that motor guard out of the way. Okay, fixed. Thank you, Phillips. Who had money on taking the car apart 3 times? I think the over-under for every one of these builds is 4. So, yes, I am alone tonight, charged up, Dave. That's... Oh. The sway bar mount doesn't fit in the actual sway bar mount because it's so much larger. So it's actually, they made a whole different one just to adapt it. This is the moonwalk. Was that Paula Abdul that had that song about 4 steps and 2 steps back? Wasn't that Walk Like an Egyptian? Wasn't that one of them? There's an SBG song singing in World 4 on Gigabit Off-Road. Does Matt also sponsor? Oh, there's SBG sign probably. It's not really that, like, we're not sponsors. We're just friends of the creator. Like when I got the sign in World 2, I didn't even know. It just I like got surprised by it, which was awesome. And then since then he's given me t-shirts, and I'm a sucker for free t-shirts. So he's given me a lot of them, and I play the game a lot. And then, you know, I've beta tested and done fun things like that, but that's more fun than anything. It's just kind of funny, like been in these in the when you hang around in the forums and stuff is long, it's just stuff you just kind of end up making friends with people, and they just all of us kind of end up in different places and different skill sets. It should just all right. Where's that one last screw? Speaking of shirts, you've never worn the anchor. This sec, I've worn it a couple of times. I almost wore that one today, actually. When I wear a black t-shirt in these videos, everything gets really dark and the color kind of goes funky. So like I have to I try not to wear black on these too much. I do it a lot because I have a lot of black shirts. I've worn that shirt to work a few times and got some interesting looks. Like, what is that shirt? Yeah. This work? Nope. How much do I need to leave? 15 millimeters. Oh, wrong side, need a large one. See how close I got. This is my favorite terrible game. Adjusting tie rods. Oh, like I got it. I'm so like perfect. Like that one is the other ones maybe I was fibbing. It wasn't maybe 100% perfect. This one is like dead nuts perfect. God, so good. That pinch myself. RC Dave charged up $4.99. MIP has the best shirt. I'm here to screw, not to strip. I think I've actually seen that shirt, and I was so surprised to see it. Especially like the guys from Eustace, the owner of MIP, is such like a laid back, straight laced. I mean, he's funny. He's got a good sense of humor, but I just did not expect that shirt. Let's see. I think I'm a little long still by about a millimeter. I knew it. Knew it right off. What is gigabit? It's a mobile game. So for your phone or tablet, things like that. And it's like an off-road game. You can go trail ride, you can race around. It's just overall a fun game if you're into mobile gaming. Not available for, consoles or PC. Bingo. Get on there, you little bastard. There we go. Right. All right. Your sway bar is done. That's all servo. Then we have a gear guard and receiver box. Like I said, I don't have the servo, but we'll put the gear guard on. $54 and ready for more. We'll put the gear guard on even though we don't have the motor yet. That's got all the rest of the hardware. I'm not going to attach that just since I have all of that to do still. Bag 13, and then 14 is just the wheelie bar. So this is our last bag, and we'll be done. Quick and dirty. What is the most complicated design you've ever made on CAD? The most complicated design I've ever done in CAD wouldn't be an RC part, it'd be a highway interchange. But, those were projects that took like, I'd work on the same project for like 2-3 years. But in like RC related stuff, I don't even know. The washing machine, yes. The washing machine was the most complicated. I mean, it could have been like tires even. Tires are actually kind of a pain in the butt, but that's still not true. Those aren't really that complicated. They're just a pain. So, we got that. Oh, it should be receiver there we go. This seal. Don't distract him first. Okay. Obviously, radio gear and all that will come later. Josh, please don't tell me you're responsible for those damn round. I've done many roundabouts and I love roundabouts. Come on. Why are you not starting? I know why. I put a screw in there. I figured so yes, roundabouts are my should call Friday Night Josh just finishes a car build. We should have Friday Night Josh finishes a car. Yeah. That we might have to do that, especially Moose Jaw's finishing the Fat Fox paint job for me. Um, so then there's a few things to just do there. You're not done yet. Shut it, Schultz. We're basically done. I'm supposed to put this one in before that receiver box, that's for sure. Can I get it through there without having to do it with my little pick hook? Got it. Haha. Yes, get Hemi Storm on. We'll get him on for sure. It's just he's 7 or 8 hours different in time from us, so we have to like make sure that it was going to work. The last time we were going to do it, he was going on vacation with his family, so it just didn't work out, but we'll have him on. That's for sure. Matt and I both get along with Chris pretty awesome. Not like Schultz, which we just have to tolerate. All right, that is done. Front bumper and side bumperettes. That's that thing. Front bumper must be in this. Yep. The last bag. So size of these M3x12s, which must be here. Just pre-record it. The live is the best part. The chat interaction and all that. I like that part more than any of it. Maybe John can paint the body to this build. John doesn't paint bodies either. He uses a painter as well. Okay. That 2 and 3x16s underneath. There they are. Yeah, Greg from RC Drivers, another one. Matt and I are both friends with him, so we've talked about that, and I think he's in the middle. They just bought a new house and they're getting situated. So once he's moved and in his new studio and all that, then we'll do that as well. Oh wait, is that supposed to be a flathead? It is. I only 12, 12. There we go. All right, out of there. So, oh, did I miss it? Or did they, oh, I must have just missed it, right? Yep, right there. Nerf bars, M3 by 10s. Those on, and the 10 mil. There we go. Jeremiah just got pulled over violation, hands free. What? What? Dan Wilson in here now giving me problems about not being done yet. I am done. What? How far are we into this? I mean, a while, I agree, but 3 hours, yeah. Listen, this isn't just building a kit while you're sitting at your kitchen table. This is having meaningful discussions. When are you going to flip the the top thing? Don't ever use. Is it supposed to be flipped? I think this is the direction it's supposed to go. 3-hour build on an hour-and-a-half build. It would have maybe been an hour-and-a-half build if the parts would have been right, John. See, it all threw me off when the parts didn't fit. That's it. So other than the fact that we can't put a front wheel on because of my spindle issue. Here we go. I mean, I could put a wheel on this side. When will it move on its own power? I don't know, Dan. Depends on when you end up having time to finish it. Yeah. I got bodies to trim and things like that. Looks like a buggy. Pretty much is a buggy in disguise. But, yeah. I mean, it's basically what you get in the box. We didn't build the wheelie bar, which, because I'll put a slash style one on there, but it's pretty soft. I'm sure it gets the job done out of the box though. Another trike build, exactly. Schultz knew what I liked, made it happen. What's the spindle issue? It's just an oddball spindle that the backside got tapped for 4mm instead of 3mm. So there isn't actually room to put a screw in there. It's just one side. The other side was correct, but this one was an oddball. Very odd. So I'll get all of them. I'm sure that they'll the simple part to get out, not a big deal. It makes no sense. I know, right? Schultz like, how the hell does that happen? The one time it had to be on a live build, some jackass on the internet. I got these little set screws for the sway bar that I didn't put in. The little tension pieces. Probably not needed. There we go. We have the other one. So yeah, my DR10 came without a wheel, just a wheel, one random wheel. Should try and take it to Facebook. Look, everyone, yeah. Go immediately to Facebook. Has anybody ever seen this? This is such ridiculous. Anyway, that's it. I got cameras to charge, stuff to get ready so I can do some speed testing tomorrow with the TRX6. It's a perfect 13.5 card, just like that. With 3 wheels, I think I'm going to need all 4 wheels at least. Very least. Would you and Matt have a guest that isn't RC related but has impacted RC from their one-to-one experience, like Nick Eisenhower? I mean, that's always a possibility. It's just when you talk to the full-size guys and trying to get them to go on a RC show, we're just little RC guys over here. So anyway, always possible. So anyway, I'm done. We're gonna call this one for the night. I'm hungry. I have not eaten dinner yet, so I'm gonna go do that. Thanks as always. Thanks to everybody who donated as well. Pleco, Ben, Snarled, Dale C, Pauls, Jeremiah a couple times, RC Dave charged up. All you guys appreciate it. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Hopefully my RC motorcycle comes soon. We'll see. Because I've got 2 kits that I ordered a while ago that one's the RC motorcycle, one's my F1 car. Both have been taking forever. Hopefully it'd be nice if one of them got here for next week, because otherwise I don't have a kit on order yet. So we'll see. Thanks guys. We'll see you next time.